Welcome back, everyone. It's the best time of the year to spread holiday cheer and share some of your family history. And one way you can do that is talking to the man sitting next to me right now for the sponsored interview, Doug Jessop himself with Jessop's Journals.
Hello,
Thank you so much for being here.
I love coming here to Good Things Utah. It's always a lot of fun. And the one thing that I love with you guys is that we get to do all these interviews and we meet a lot of the same kind of people. I get to do a little extended interviews. And so recently I met with a gentleman that's been on the show here and one of your favorite people, which is, of course, Eric Dowdle.
Eric Dowdle, we do his puzzles at home. I see his puzzles and I grab them from Costco, and I just love doing that with the family.
Well, the thing that's fun is getting to know people a little bit more. And so I had him come into my studio and we sat down for a while. And what's interesting is how he got started. And so I've got a little clip here from Eric.
Okay, take a listen.
I actually knocked on people's doors and said, hey, can I paint your house for $250? I'm like, well, that's a good deal. Start over here on the porch. And I'm like, no, your house. Paint a picture of your house. So I would paint a picture for $250, do it in one day. And I'm like, man, I can make hundreds of dollars doing this. So then I went down to Walker Lane. You're familiar with that area. And knocked on some of those doors. And $250 just sitting around on the table. And I raised my prices, and slowly but surely, that's how it started.
And you know these puzzles. Once you see them, you know. He's the puzzle maker.
Well, the funny thing is he wasn't super comfortable with that label originally, but he's come to embrace it. And part of it, and this is part of the reason why we're all dressed up in the holidays, we get to visit with family and friends and such, and everybody's got stories. And it's nice for those stories to be passed down to the next generation. And so that's why I've started Family Heritage Stories. But the thing that was interesting is, how do I put this? You never quite know what kind of stories you're going to find out. And so here's a little clip with Eric, and he was doing a puzzle with his daughter and found out something real interesting.
Okay, let's take a listen to this.
And so all of a sudden I know this guy because we're doing a puzzle together and we're telling stories. And it gets serious, gets silly, mostly silly. But that's when I found out about my daughter's first kiss by doing a puzzle with her. And then,
oh, wow.
Yeah. And then you have to pretend like no big deal. It's like, yes, where does it live? Here, oh, I've got a piece over here. Anyhow, that's how I learned or felt when I was doing my first puzzle. And I went, well, maybe I can do that. And so I started to make puzzles. My first one was a terrible puzzle, but it sold well. And I don't even know why to this day.
Well, I know why.
I know.
It keeps you so interested, and they're vibrant, they're beautiful. Sometimes it's about the country and the national landmarks, but I'm seeing that the puzzle is a tool to get people to talk.
Exactly. And that's what he's kind of saying, is that it's a facilitator to help people tell stories. So, he and I were chatting. I'm going, what I ought to do is just invite other people like Eric, or people that aren't like Eric, but, to come into the studio, and not necessarily to be on TV, but come into the studio. We'll set aside an hour, and we're just going to have a chat. Just you and me. We're going to have a chat. And then we're going to take out the bloopers. We're going to put in your pictures, and we're going to give you a video of this story for you to keep and to share with your family. And that's the treasure.
Oh, I love it. It is Family Heritage Stories, and maybe they can do a puzzle while they're being interviewed by you, Doug.
That's not a bad idea. I'm pretty sure that Eric will, donate a couple puzzles for me.
Yeah, you can do that. But how can people maybe get this for Christmas, for the holidays, maybe next year, their birthdays?
Well, we're booked up all the way through the end of the year, so they're going to have to book it starting in January. But the thing we look at, they're pretty easy. Go to familyheritagestories.com or give me a call. We'll arrange it. We'll set it up. We'll have some fun. If people are flying in from out of the city, we're about 5 minutes from the airport, so it's really easy to do.
Tell me anything that you took away from Eric's story. I mean, it's pretty fascinating how he got started.
With him, he's got a passion for the story side of things. And so I will tell you, there is a weird little thing in this thing. He's got an Easter egg in every single puzzle.
He does? I'm going to have to go back to my puzzles.
It's pizza. Slice of pizza.
Pizza.
Okay, and I'm just saying, here's the phrase, Sweet Jesus Pizza.
Is it in there in every single puzzle?
Apparently in every single puzzle. He told me on the side. I'm going, hey, I've got this. Jesus in every single. See, Jesus might not look like it, but this is the person carrying a slice of pizza.
That is so
Go figure.
bizarre, but okay, now I'm going to have to do all his puzzles. Redo.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Doug, it's always wonderful to hear your stories of the stories that you tell. Where can we find Family Heritage Stories and your show?
FamilyHeritageStories.com, and then, of course, Jessop's Journal, right here on ABC4 every Sunday morning at 10 a.m.
Okay, we'll be watching.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doug, and thank you to Jessop's Journal for sponsoring this interview.